If I need to move over there, just wave me over there. I'm going to try and preach like this. I'm happy to be back. It's almost been a year since I was in Maysville last. And I'm really appreciative to Father Burra and Deacon Hawthorne for the invitation. I kind of invited myself. I had a free weekend. He said, can I come? But I remember last time at Father Subhead, we were announcing that this new priest was going to show up in a week or two named Father Burra. And it's amazing. It's been almost a year. So I want to congratulate Father Burra. Almost a year of service here. You made almost a year. That's great. Where are my young people today? Where's all my young people today? Now let's tell the truth. I want to invite young people to come sit right here. Will y'all do that? Because I got some questions for you. Can the young people come sit in this front row? Don't be afraid. They'll be easy questions. Come fill up this front row. If we need to go to the second row, we will. Let's give a hand for our young people in this church. We got some space right over here. Reserve this for you. I remember these guys dancing last time I was here. I did my best to get in there. I remember we were doing a little bit. That was good. All right, well, it's a blessing to be here. Y'all scooch a little bit. Awesome. That's a good looking crew. Y'all doing okay? You didn't know you were going to be sitting in the front row today, did you? It's your lucky day. All right, the first question I wanted to ask you guys today. 20 years from now, all right, how are you? So when you're 27, okay, how are you? 17, so when you're 37, I'm that right. 20 years from now, how are you going to know if you're successful in life or not? What are going to be some things that you can point to in your life that you can look up, you can wake up in the morning, you can look in the mirror and you say, I'm successful. How are you going to know if you're successful 20 years from today? Hard work. Very good. Excellent. What else? Being rich. Handing out to everybody. Coming back to Maysville, just handing it out. All right. Hard work. Being rich. What else? Having a good job. Very good. So what would be a good job? What would be an example of a good job? Do graphic design. Okay, nice. That's great. Any other thought? What do you think? You're 20 years from now, what's going to make you successful? Get to college, get through college. Excellent. Very good. Your connections. It's not always about what you know. It's about who you know, right? You learn it early. Learn it early. Okay? Very good. Any other thoughts? Things that you know you'll be successful if you do this in the next 20 years. Do you have any thoughts? Not sure? Okay, what about you? Not sure? Okay. Your faith. That's good. I heard somebody holler that. That's good. That's very important. So there's a lot of things that you can look at. You wonder, how am I going to be somebody to be successful? But what I want to share with you guys, I feel the readings today, if you listen to the scriptures today, they give us a very good idea of what real success looks like. Because the world has terms for success. That we evaluate our lives, and young people, we look at our lives. And some of those things overlap, but some of those things, from the perspective of the Lord, can be a little bit different. So I want to go through each reading and point out just a couple things, okay? The first reading, we have Joshua. He's the leader of all the tribes of Israel. He's gathered his people together, and he's kind of getting onto this. They have all chosen different gods to worship. They started to serve and worship other gods so that maybe the other God will make me more successful. Maybe if I worship this other God, I'll be a little more rich, right? Maybe if I worship this other God, I'll get some more connections, right? Maybe if I worship this other God, I'll get the best job in America, right? And so they worship other gods because they think maybe these other guys will make them more successful, more prosperous. But Joshua gathered them all together, and he says, you can decide whoever you want to serve. He says, but as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. We will serve the Lord. And that's a powerful statement, that they're going to serve the Lord. And part of what that means, serving the Lord, is serving Him in His design for our life. Sometimes, y'all probably heard, if you can do anything, you can be anybody you want to be as long as you believe in yourself, right? Y'all heard that? You can do anything you want to do in this world. Just believe in yourself. Now, in some ways, yes. We do need to have confidence. We need to work hard, as y'all said. We need to have goals and all. But if God made you to be an apple tree, and you spend your whole life trying to make oranges, that's going to be a very frustrating life, isn't it? If God made you to be a vine that grows grapes, and you spend your whole life trying to make bananas, that would be a very frustrating life, amen? So it's not just about being anything that you want to be. If we're going to serve the Lord, it's more about discovering who He has already made us to be. And putting our belief not just in ourselves and our abilities and our power, but in Him, who's given us this life, who's given us our abilities, and who calls us to something wonderful. There is some overlap in those ideas, but I think it can be dangerous for young people to say, just choose anything you want to do. Work hard, believe in yourself, and you'll be successful. When Joshua says, me and my household will serve the Lord, he said, me and my household will seek to discover who God has made us to be. And to put our gifts and our abilities at His service. That's a very different way of looking at your life. So that first thing we learn in the scriptures about success is making a decision to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord with our life. To serve the Lord with our abilities. And not just the world's term for success that's there. St. Catherine of Siena says, I like her statement about success differently. She says, if one person became everything that God intended them to be, they would set the whole world on fire with God's help. If just one person found out totally what He had made them to be, and they stepped into that truth, they stepped into that ground that God had given them, you set the whole world on fire with God's love. That's a different way of looking at your life. Good. So now we move into the song. Okay? A beautiful song. Did y'all watch the NBA? Did y'all have a favorite player? Or favorite famous person? Who's your favorite player? Kobe Bryant? What would you do? What would you do to be able to watch him play front row when he was at his best? All right, when he was at his best, front row, and then you get to hang out afterwards and just hang out and chill and chat. What would you do for that experience? Would you like to go to see that? Yeah? What would you do? How much would you pay? Top of the mountain? It wouldn't matter. Somebody said, you got the opportunity, so here's what I got in my pocket. Just take it. Good. All right, what's one of y'all's favorite food? Favorite thing in the world to eat? What do you know? Pizza? What would you do if right after Mass Day you could eat all the pizza you want? What would you do for that? Would you clean your week? Would you clean the house for a week? One of the things about being successful in the world, what do you want to say? You love salad. This is a healthy young man. What would you do to be able to eat salad for lunch today? You would clean your house and play with your grandma? Just get a salad. And you're just going to clean the house. What about you? You like eggs. So what would you do for some eggs for lunch? Would you mow the lawn? Yeah? Okay. Get your lawn mowed and you feed it some eggs. All right. Part of being successful in the world, the most successful, famous people, they get to taste and see the finest things in the world, right? Successful people, you get to see, the most famous people, you get to see, you're front row at all events, sporting events, you get to see it up close. All the greatest shows, all the greatest artwork, you get to see it, right? If you're successful in a worldly way, you get to taste the finest foods in the world, right? You can eat eggs every day for every meal. You know, if you get enough money. You know, you can have pizza every day for every meal. You get enough money, right? And so a big part of worldly success is being able to taste and see what you want, right? But in the psalm today, the scriptures take us deeper. And we want to be successful in a spiritual sense, in a real sense. We are instructed to taste and see the goodness of the Lord. Amen? What if we spend as much effort that we try to spend in tasting and seeing the things of this world? Trying to see Kobe, trying to eat some pizza, trying to get a nice, delicious salad. What if we spend all of that effort, all of that energy in trying to taste and see the goodness of the Lord? That's a different way of going about our life. And it's so important because the nourishment that the Lord gives us when we taste and see is the only nourishment that gets down to that deepest level of our soul. Right? Everything in the world we taste and see, it'll satisfy for a moment, for a day. But when we taste and see the goodness of the Lord, that fills us up for the long haul. So we have to serve the Lord. We have to be focused more than anything on taste and seeing in this life His goodness, because we hope to taste and see His goodness forever and ever. We go to the next reading. St. Paul's talking to the Ephesians. The world tells us that to be successful, you got to be free, right? Nobody can hold you back. Nobody can tie you down, right? Nobody can get in the way of your dreams or your goals. You don't want to get burdened, right? And so that's an idea, that we want to be free, to be able to pursue what we want to pursue. But then we hear these strange words in St. Paul, and he says, wives, be subordinate to your husbands. That doesn't sound very free, does it? Y'all want to sign up to be subordinate to somebody? Is it fun being subordinate to your parents? Y'all like that? Is that enjoyable? To do what they tell you to do? No. Is it enjoyable to do what your parents tell you, or your teachers tell you to do all the time? No. Is it enjoyable to do what your youth minister and your Sunday school teachers tell you what to do? No. But guess what? It's good for them. Amen? Amen? Is it good for them? Yes. Because we need to be in service to each other. He goes on to say, husbands, love your wives as Jesus loved the church, as Christ loved the church. Y'all ever seen a picture of how Christ loved the church? Like that. Does that look fun? Does that look exciting? Well, guess what? That's a real man right there. That's what a real man looks like. Who lays his life down for the people that he loves. Right? And so the scriptures are telling us there's a different way of success. And it is laying your life down in service to others. Husbands and wives, laying your life down in radical service and love for each other. Right? Talking about Christ laying his life down in the church. That's what Father Burrow and myself are called to do. Lay our life down in service to God's people. And in one way or another, God is going to ask all of us to lay our and serve others than just do it all for ourselves. Right? You know, when we use our money, when we use our connections, when we use our hard work to help others, it fills our soul in a deeper way than when we just use all of that to serve ourselves. Amen? You know what I'm talking about? Good. Last point. We're moving on to the gospel, okay? Joshua tells us we have to make a decision to serve the Lord, to discover His desires, His plans for our life. The song tells us we got to be focused on tasting and seeing the goodness of the Lord. Not just of the world. The things of the world can all lead us to the Lord if we have our eyes focused on Him. Paul tells us we have to all be ready to lay our life down in the service of others. And then finally in the gospel, Jesus, for the past several weeks in the Gospel of Matthew, has been talking about the Eucharist, the bread of life. Right? And he says it's really important that you eat my body and you drink my blood. If you really want to have a relationship with me, if you really want to be successful in God's kingdom, you have to eat my body and drink my blood. And people, that's weird, right? They didn't understand that. What do you think Jesus was saying to them? Why was it so important? Very good. You want to get closer to God so that He can lead you to real success in life. Excellent. Why else do y'all think it's so important? For the past 3 or 4 Sundays, Jesus over and over and saying, I'm the bread of life, and you really need to eat, take of it, eat of it, receive it. Because He offers an everlasting life. Excellent. Excellent. Anything else? Why is He so insistent on it? Those are very good answers. A lot of people heard that and didn't understand and they walked away. Okay? But Jesus is saying you have to eat my body. You have to drink my blood. Because He's saying in another way, you have to be willing to taste and see the goodness of the Lord. More than anything else in this world, you have to put number one, your pursuit to taste and see the goodness of the Lord. And Jesus wanted to be very close to us, as you said. And He came up with the way. There's no way He could be any closer to us than right here. There is no way He could get closer to you and give you a chance here, even on earth, to taste and see the goodness of the Lord. And so He said, this is so important because this is going to be the way in which I draw you closer to me. And also, He's going to give us the power. He's going to give us the vision. He's going to give us the strength to pursue success in life in a very different way than the rest of the world. And as He's saying this to all the people, they're realizing what He's proposing to them is to live a life that's totally different from most of the world. Have a very different goal in life, very different categories to think about their life and to think about success. And so a lot of people just walk away. And say, look, I got plenty of connections. I got plenty of money, so I'm going to do my own. Right? And they just leave. But a few of His disciples stay. Just a few. Of eternal life. Just like He said. Everlasting life. Where else